15 minutes before I arrived to haul Zhu Jiao's ass out of the fire. Where could Fei Wu be? Tang Chi-hong was growing frustrated, but she clamped down her emotions and looked around. Clenching her fists, she took a deep breath. And I hope Lian Ru and the others will be fine. They will be, Zhu Jiao assured her. Each of us has a sexagenary of artificial qi. These demonic cultists don't. In terms of sheer strength, we are definitely superior. We just need to be careful and not let our guard down. An explosion from outside caused the two of them to jump. Gulping, Zhu Jiao glanced outside a nearby window. I hope Teacher Jiao will be all right. Yeah, Tang Chi-hong agreed worriedly. That Chinese parasol tree sect elder seemed pretty strong, even if Teacher Jiao has several sexagenaries of qi. Another tremendous clash sent extreme reverberations throughout the creaking structure of the decrepit warehouse. It was clear that the crumbling building wouldn't be able to withstand the collision between two titanic forces for long. Teacher Jiao and that Chinese parasol tree sect elder are one thing, but we literally have two armies fighting outside. We have to hurry, Zhu Jiao told Tang Chi-hong. Our job is to find Fei Wu and get him out of here as quickly as possible. Let's hurry. Tang Chi-hong frowned but nodded. She wrung her hands anxiously. The sooner we achieve that objective, the faster we can meet up with everyone else. They all should be heading for the same destination. That's right. The two of them rounded a corner and headed toward the stairs. From their intelligence after asking a captured demonic martial artist was that poor me had been imprisoned in some basement that had been converted into a torture chamber. The last thing he had heard was that I was still alive, but his boss, Bayun, intended to devour my qi essence. If they wanted to save me, they had to hurry. Downstairs. Zhu Jiao was about to sprint forward when the ceiling blew apart. Lightning crackled as someone surged into the space, blasting the place apart and sending the two Wuling Academy students reeling back. I knew you would be here. Chi Fu Ren grinned as he stepped into the broken corridor, occupying the staircase. Shaking his head in mock disappointment, he glanced at Su Jiao and Tang Chi-hong, who were rising to their feet and getting ready to do battle. Boss! Leader! A bunch of hooded Chinese parasol tree sect underlings followed suit, dropping in behind Chi Fu Ren and flanking the bully. Chi Fu Ren waved them back impatiently without turning to face them, keeping his eyes on his former classmates instead. Zhu Jiao, Tang Chi-hong, it's been a while, hasn't it? What are you doing here? Zhu Jiao demanded. Why are you? He's part of the Chinese parasol tree sect, Tang Chi-hong realized in dread. The people behind him are part of the sect, and they're calling him a leader. Bingo! Chi Fu Ren clapped slowly, grinning brightly. Thanks to you guys causing my expulsion from both the White Tiger sect and Wuling Academy, I was forced to throw everything in with this lot. But I can't say I hate it. In fact, the Chinese parasol tree sect fits me far more than Wuling Academy ever did. Both Zhu Jiao and Tang Chi-hong exchanged glances, but didn't deny it. In fact, they rather agreed with Chi Fu Ren's assessment. The bully was obviously far more at home in a demonic sect than an orthodox academy. Here, as long as I have the strength, I can do whatever I like. Ha ha ha! A chill ran down Tang Chi-hong's back. Yes, you must be here for that trash, Fei Wu. It's too late. Cackling madly, Chi Fu Ren charged forward and seized Tang Chi-hong by the throat. Lightning clashed with fire as Tang Chi-hong unleashed her nine-tailed firefox technique to combat Chi Fu Ren's element of thunder and lightning. Okay, I stole that name from a Korean Muromanhwa. I don't know what the name of the White Tiger sect's lightning techniques were. The two of them crashed through the wall, but Tang Chi-hong managed to free herself from his grip and kicked him in the chin. While Chi Fu Ren recoiled, she jumped back to widen the distance between them and then injured a flaming spear. Spinning the flaming spear around elegantly, Tang Chi-hong slashed at the retreating Chi Fu Ren. You and I have a score to settle. An ugly grin was spreading over Chi Fu Ren's roguish face. If I recall correctly, you're Fei Wu's woman, aren't you? What the hell are you talking about? Tang Chi-hong spluttered, and she overzealously struck at Chi Fu Ren as he jumped back with an amused laugh. Where did you get such a weird idea from? It's pretty obvious from the way you cling to him. Was it? Zhu Jiao, being the typical dense protagonist, didn't seem to have noticed Tang Chi-hong's affections at all. I couldn't say I wasn't aware, but I just wasn't self-conscious enough to do something unless Tang Chihong actually took her own initiative and confirmed it herself. Because, if everything was just me being overly self-conscious and delusional, then that would be one hell of an embarrassing mistake. Everything would just become pretty awkward. Besides, who said the guys had to make the first move? If the girl was interested, then she should take the initiative. Otherwise, it was her loss. I was a firm advocate of gender equality, after all. And since it was both you and that trash who drove me out of Wuling Academy, I guess I'll start with you first. Tang Chihong barely managed to block Qi Furen's lightning fist, his attack being so much more powerful than before because he had sucked 2 sexagenaries worth of qi from his former underlings. With triple the amount of qi she possessed, Qi Furen was overwhelming her with brute strength alone. Tang Chihong! Zhu Jiao jumped forward to help, activating his golden Kirin armor, but Qi Furen's new underlings intervened, placing themselves firmly between him and their leader. Kicking and punching, they drove Zhu Jiao back in a frenzied assault that sends shockwaves reverberating through the sturdy field of Xianxia. Coup! You guys, keep him off my back for a bit. Kill him if you can, or at least delay him until I finish this bitch off. Yes, sir! The bunch of underlings crowded Zhu Jiao, cutting him off from reinforcing Tang Chihong. She was on her own for now. However, that didn't matter. Tang Chihong was determined to bring down Qi Furen and finish him off once and for all, even if she had to do it on her own. With a determined yell, Tang Chihong swung her blazing spear at Qi Furen, but he blocked it with his arms that were wreathed in protective lightning before countering with a kick. Her reflexes honed to perfection. Tang Chihong elegantly dodged his next lightning punch, but Qi Furen followed up with a massive lightning flash that tore open a hole in both the wall and the ceiling. Ah! Ah! Crying out, Tang Chihong found herself hurled through the large gape in the ceiling as the shockwaves from Qi Furen's enormous attack battered her. Flipping herself in the air, she landed on the rooftop and skidded backward. Huff! Ah! Gripping the edges of the hole he had just carved into the ceiling, Qi Furen hauled himself up and out onto the rooftop. His boots clacking against the crumbling concrete, he cracked his knuckles and drew closer to Tang Chihong. You bastard. Gritting her teeth, Tang Chihong stabbed her blazing spear into the ground and raised both of her hands. A golden, fiery bow materialized in her hands, and she launched 9 flaming arrows at Qi Furen. The fiery projectiles slammed into him with unerring accuracy and exploded, enveloping the rooftop in a blinding conflagration. Coup! Smoldering heavily, Qi Furen stumbled out of the inferno with a hacking cough. His lips curling into a snarl, he glared murderously at Tang Chihong. Surprise flickered through his dark eyes as he struggled to comprehend what had just happened. Even with 3 times as much qi as you, I can still be hurt by your attacks? How shocking. I guess the decisive of a battle isn't solely about the difference between the quantities of qi that the combatants have. I can't afford to be careless. Tang Chihong replied with another volley of 9 flaming arrows. This time, Qi Furen punched them with his lightning fist, detonating them before they could unleash their full destructive effects upon his body. Tang Chihong involuntarily took a step back. Qi Furen grinned, and then vanished. Instinctively, Tang Chihong dropped her bow on reflex and grabbed her spear. Yanking it out of the ground, she just barely managed to parry Qi Furen's lightning punch in time, but the impact was so tremendous she was lifted off her feet and sent skidding across the ground. While she fought to regain her balance, Qi Furen seized the chance to deliver a second lightning punch. Coup! Tang Chihong had no choice but to block that strike as well. However, being off balance, she was unable to prevent Qi Furen from punching the spear out of her hand. Spinning rapidly and helplessly through the air, the flaming spear struck the ground and slowly vanished from material existence. Ha! Cackling madly, Qi Furen threw a third punch. Without her weapons, Tang Chihong was forced to cross her arms to defend from the blow, gathering her inner qi for a spiritual defense. Unfortunately, Qi Furen had anticipated just that. Thunderbreak! Tang Chihong screamed as the lightning coursed through her body, overwhelming her defenses and electrocuting her. Her body going into spasms, she toppled onto the floor, jerking and writhing. Chi Furen ruthlessly kicked her, sending her flying across the rooftop. It's useless. Tang Chi Hong looked up tearfully, unable to respond as pain and electricity continued to rack her body. You see, Thunder Break is a technique that relies on purely yin qi, because opponents always use defensive yang qi to guard against Lightning Fist. So by only conjuring yin qi, I am able to counteract your yang qi completely, and with a direct hit, disrupt the flow of qi in your body and prevent you from using it for a while. Of course, the effects will differ depending on the user's level of skill in using the technique and the toughness of the opponent. But since I've perfected my skill and you're 3 times weaker than me. Snickering cruelly, Chi Fu-Ren delivered a barrage of lightning punches that sent destructive shockwaves throughout Tang Chi Hong's curled body. Ah, hey! Giggling sinisterly, Chi Fu-Ren bent down and straddled Tang Chi Hong, even as she tried to curl into a fetal position. Reaching out with both hands, he tore at her clothes, ripping the fabric and exposing some of her skin. What are you doing? Fear sketched across Tang Chi Hong's face as she struggled futilely against his advances. What does it look like I'm doing? Chi Fu-Ren licked his lips and chuckled hoarsely. You're Fei Wu's girl, aren't you? I don't know what you're talking about. No use being such a tsundere. Your feelings for him are as plain as day. Chi Fu-Ren licked her cheek and she recoiled in horror. I wonder, how would he feel when he realizes that I stole his girl from him? Steal? You can't possibly be that innocent, can you? Chi Fu-Ren chortled as he tore at more of her clothes, trying to rip off her uniform jacket. The fabric, despite being made from material designed to withstand most martial artists' attacks, was beginning to give way under the assault of someone who possessed 3 sexagenaries of qi. No! Tang Chi Hong did understand the implications indeed, and she kicked out desperately, trying to push Chi Fu-Ren away. Unfortunately, he was too strong.
Never mind his physical prowess. He had 3 times the chi of hers. Don't worry. I heard that it only hurts at first. No! Stop! Tang Chi Hong wailed as her resistance intensified, but Chi Fu-Ren would not be stopped. He continued to nuzzle against her neck. I mean, it was that trash Fei Wu who caused me to lose my girl. He made me look like an idiot in front of my beloved Bai Ning Shui. Thanks to him, she'll never look at me again. All because he humiliated me and made me look like a bad guy in front of her. Gripping the fabric of her uniform jacket, he tore the enchanted threads loose. His eyes darted around, crazed in lust and vengeance. It's only fitting that I steal his girl from him after he robbed me of mine. Tang Chi Hong looked up at him, astonished. You're blaming Fei Wu for your own atrocities and abuse? The strong can do whatever they want. Chi Fu-Ren roared as he continued to strip away her ruined uniform jacket. That's the right of the strong. I am strong. Shaking her head incredulously, Tang Chi Hong realized that Chi Fu-Ren had totally lost it. She gritted her teeth and kicked him in the crotch as hard as she could, eliciting a high-pitched howl from her assailant. Clutching at his groin, Chi Fu-Ren toppled over, shrieking. No matter how much more powerful he was than Tang Chi Hong, he was no match for a kick targeted right at one of his most vulnerable parts. Tang Chi Hong quickly seized the chance to crawl away. Huff, huff. She had to escape from that rapist and put as much distance between them as possible. Perhaps get to where Zhu Jiao was and team up with him. Where do you think you're going? Despite the debilitating agony, Chi Fu-Ren had recovered just enough to pounce on her again. Tang Chi Hong hit the ground and rolled away, but Chi Fu-Ren kicked her. The wind knocked out of her. Tang Chi Hong staggered, only to be struck by another thunder break. Triple. As her body convulsed from the electricity and toppled over, Chi Fu-Ren sat astride her once more, pinning her to the ground. You bitch, he hissed. After I make you mine, I'll kill you. After I violate you to my heart's content, I'll fucking kill you. I'll make sure that trash never reclaim you again. No. Tang Chi Hong wept as she struggled, trying to kick at his groin again, but Chi Fu-Ren pinned down her legs. She shuddered as she stared up at his lustful, violent eyes. turning pale from fright. Her former classmate no longer appeared human. He seemed more like a demon, a malevolent entity wearing the shape of a teenage boy. "What are you?" she whispered, tears glistening on her cheeks. "Don't worry. I'll send you to join your beloved Fei Wu soon." Ignoring her question, Chifu Ren shook his head slowly as he straightened up. "Still, I'm amazed that you lot tried to save him. It's useless. I gave him to Ba Yun. He might be quite an evil bastard, but he's one of the best torturers in the world. His techniques of slowly tormenting a person and breaking him down are simply top-notch, and once he gets sick of his new toy, he'll just drain them of their chi essence. And 2 weeks are more than enough for him to tire of that rubbish. By now, that trash is surely dead. You." Gritting her teeth, Tang Chi Hong glared at him, only for Chifu Ren to throw his head back and roared in laughter. "Don't worry. I'll send you to join him. You both can spend an eternity in hell together. And after that, I'll send Zhu Jiao and the others to accompany you guys." Guffawing in triumph, Chifu Ren threw down one last punch. "Please!" Tang Chi Hong squeezed her eyes tearfully and pleaded. "Not to Chifu Ren, but to the heavens, to anyone. Someone please save me. No one's going to save you." Chifu Ren hollered as his devastating lightning punch drew closer to her. His fist never reached her head. My foot caught Chifu Ren in the face, and I kicked him with all the strength I could muster by clashing the volatile pure innate chi in my body with the surrounding natural chi, causing an immense detonation that sent Chifu Ren spiraling helplessly in the air. Cartwheeling uncontrollably like a broken puppet, he crashed heavily onto the ground with a thunderous boom, carving a crater. "I will," I replied, as I stood between the fallen Chifu Ren and the weeping Tang Chi Hong, even as my foot smoldered from the impact.